first quarterback. You were an OG quarterback. What do you remember about Phillip from that year, and how, if at all, did he help kind of bring you along?
I just remember Phillip changing, a lot of the plays. It just really got me into my book. We'd go in with, 2 plays, and then he'll change it to something completely different. So I'm like, okay, I got to be ready for any and everything. But that really set me up for the rest of my career to know that, hey, no matter what we have going in each week, if we've installed it, it can be up. So I just think having this come full circle is kind of insane because it was a completely different world at that point in time as well. So it's actually pretty cool to see him here back live in the flesh. I mean, and still the same old Phil. I mean, he's just awesome.
So insane in a good way. I mean,
yes.
Not like, holy crap, what are we doing?
No, that's good.
How much do you appreciate just his willingness to do it? Because he was saying, I could have stayed at home, but he also said he couldn't live with himself if he didn't go for it.
Because that's who Phillip is. I know there are a lot of people who are like, oh, I don't know. And it's like, that's exactly why he was the guy for the job, because he's the one that would accept the challenge. He's the one that would have stayed ready for this type of challenge. So it's actually awesome to just see, like, even 5 years removed, it's like, hey, he's still on everything.
What was your reaction when you heard the news, at least that he was coming in to try out, and then that you guys had signed him to the practice squad?
So yeah, because at first I'm pretty sure everybody else probably thought like, oh, everybody's just speculating, like we should do this or this is what we're going to do. And then once you found out it was real, it was like, of course Phil would be the one. Of course he would be the one.
As much as your game and your years are on preparation, weekly, daily, and off season, what's going to be the toughest thing for him to have been out for 5 years and then practice maybe 3 times? What's going to be the toughest thing, you think?
Probably the biggest thing is just the speed. I just remember my time being out and coming back. I mean, just from the D lineman speed, you're just like, okay, hey, like I said, even the big guys are moving. So just getting back to that reaction time of things got to be a little bit quicker. And it's just getting that feel for it. I mean, no matter, you can know everything in the book. It's just that speed. But once you get those couple of plays, that series in, you're like, okay, it's like riding a bike. I mean, we talk about, if he's able to go, a Hall of Fame quarterback. So I'm sure it'll be like clockwork for him if he's able to.
Jonathan, given the circumstances of this, of being 8-5, but being down Daniel and Anthony, what message does bringing Phil in maybe send to the guys in the locker room?
I just think it shows that, hey, listen, we're going to do everything we possibly can to continue to put this team in the best position for success. Obviously, with the relationship with Shane and the system, there shouldn't be much of like operational differences, which I think was another big key piece of that.
I was in that locker room Sunday, and I know we was trying to keep things in perspective, but like that was a pretty depressing moment, right? Given what happened to Daniel. And Shane said he thought this might bring some juice. It's like an added bonus. So bring your Phil up here. Have you sensed that?
Definitely. Like I mentioned, the same old Phil. Phil's going to bring that juice, that energy, that vibe that he has with him. So, and especially with actually a good bit of us were here. Not everyone, but it was probably about 20 of us or so, something around there, that were here. So just being able to kind of have some of that energy that we had beforehand, I think that it was really nice, and I think that we're going to continue to use that. Obviously, we have to go and execute out at practice and make sure it translates on Sunday, but just from an energy, a vibe, a juice standpoint, I think it was really good.
Did you get a sense of that in practice too?
Oh, for sure, definitely. I mean, and it's first day. So first day, everyone was like, oh, like especially some of us who were here when he was here. It's like, oh, we got Phil back. Like just excited, one for him, obviously because he has another opportunity. But then to see him out there and just making plays, it was actually something special for us to see.
He mentioned that.
Go ahead, Chad.
He mentioned that I'm not coming here to be the savior to save the day, that we're going to have to run the crap out of the football. I mean, everyone else has to pick up the slack, right? I mean, it can't be Phillip.
But 1,000%, like we mentioned, just speed of the game being removed for 5 years, and not to say that he can't do it, but at the end of the day, it's going to be tough. I mean, if he would come in and, like you said, just be the savior and just start throwing for 400, 500 yards, then anybody would be able to just come in the National Football League and be able to play. Obviously, different situation, Hall of Fame quarterback. But I just think we do have to, just similar with Daniel, receivers, we got to be on our right spot. Backs, we got to be on our protection. We got to be efficient on first and second down. I mean, it's going to take all of us. Defense, playing complementary football and special teams. So it's going to take all of us. But just that experience and that expertise will definitely be able to help us.
JT, I know it's not your decision, but do you approach this, or how do you approach this, knowing there's a possibility Philip could start something?
It's really, for me, even no matter who's back there at quarterback, I just know, like, I'm their best friend. So, like, I have your back. So whoever is back there, what can I do to make their job as easy as possible so that they can focus on a lot of different variables that they have to focus on while they're back there, especially going on the road in a hostile environment. The more I can take off of their plate, the better. So for me, it's just making sure I'm at my best so that no matter who's back there on Sunday, they're able to go and operate this offense at a high level.
Thanks, Jennifer.
Back from the dead.
Hey, I was going to say, we just asked JT, Uncle Phil. Well, no, actually, let's talk about you. I want to talk about
We probably should.
that's important too, right? Okay. Where are you at? How do you feel? And
Yeah.
what are the odds for this week?
No, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I've been, me and the training staff, we've been, doing a great job with, my progression and where I'm at with my neck and everything, and just, being great communication between us, and I think we've been taking the right steps to, obviously get back on the field. And you guys know how I am. I mean, I'm doing whatever I can to be out there on the field, and just taking it. Now that we open my practice window, just seeing how we go moving forward. So
Did the injury happen in the Pittsburgh game?
yeah, it happened during the Pittsburgh game. It was right before halftime, like one of their last drives before the half. Kind of got hit, and I thought it was just like a normal stinger all through down my left side. I've had them before, and in the past, and kind of had to do the evaluation, everything for concussion, the strength, and everything. Passed all of that, and obviously got back in the game, and then the second half, played through everything, and it happened a couple more times during the game, but it was just kind of minor. And the next day, checked my strength and everything was good. And when I came in, it was really Wednesday. I came in on Wednesday to lift in the morning, and I mean, I couldn't even do a push-up. Kind of lost, all strength on my left side. And that's when we got the scan, and found out that I had a herniated disc that was pressing on a nerve that kind of affected all that. And so, talked to the team doctors, second opinion, and they all said the same thing. Just right now, we just want to see if I can get my strength back over the next several weeks. See if I get my strength back. If the symptoms will die down, but if not, then I'd have to get a surgery. So, and right now I'm in a great spot. So, yesterday I was very happy being able to be back on the field with the guys, and I didn't have any pain going through some of this stuff, and so we just got to take it day by day.
So did you have a procedure done?
No, I didn't have any surgery done, but I went out to Panama. As soon as I found out, all my options and all that kind of stuff, and what they wanted to do, and when they were going to place me on IR, I told them, well, I'm going to go out to Panama and see what they can do, see what the doctors say out there, what they can do to treat this, and we came up with a great plan, pretty quick too, and I've been very fortunate and lucky with the doctors out there in Panama, Dr. Diaz and the neurosurgeon Dr. Sosa, to get me in so quick on a last minute notice, and within the week, and get the injections that I needed, and I feel like it was a big vital part of my recovery.
This was the stem cell stuff?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, going through all of this, you've been through injuries before, but you also haven't missed a ton of games.
Yeah.
So what was the mental toll of
it was
to wait to get somewhat green light to even practice? Yeah,
I mean, it was definitely this was definitely a humbling experience, for myself, with a unique injury. But it took a lot of patience, and a lot of understanding. I mean, I'm lucky to have a lot of great people in my corner. And I mean, it was definitely challenging day by day. You know what I mean? Especially early on when I didn't know if I was going to get my strength back or not, and it was a process. But I got to a spot where, I was consistently getting strength, and, obviously that was encouraging and brought a lot more confidence. And, it was definitely, a tough process to go through, but, I have a lot of great people in my corner, and I got a great foundation in Christ and just believing in the Lord and the plans that He set out for me, you know what I mean, and just trusting the process. And, I'm here today, and, I had the opportunity to go back on the field yesterday.
I don't know if you can answer this, but without getting surgery, can it fix itself? Or is there, like, some risk of it happening again?
There's always, some risk to, injury and stuff like that. But that's the game we play. Right. And they said if it, it'll naturally, if I'm getting my strength back and the symptoms die down, then it's naturally kind of healing itself. Mm-hmm. I'll still probably have like a, something minor, yeah. But it's better than surgery. So yeah.
The frustration level's got to be enormous. The team's struggling.
Yeah.
And you can't. You're on the sidelines.
Yeah. No, definitely. But I definitely wanted to be, still be able to travel and be with the team and be on the sideline, to help the guys out and what I see on the field and some of the things that come on the sideline saying like, hey, this is happening or whatever, and I can give them my thoughts and they can go in the game and really make some adjustments. Just trying to be a player coach as much as possible and / cheerleader. So, it's definitely challenging, but being on IR, it can be definitely lonely, frustrating, because you're kind of not part of the team, but you are part of the team. So I still wanted to be sure that I was able to still go to some meetings that I could if I was done with my rehab and little things like that, and just have my presence out there and help the guys as much as possible.
So you're still getting your strength back. Do you feel like you could? Is there a chance that you could play on Sunday, or like where are you in this timeline or this process?
Yeah, it's like I said, we're just taking it day by day, seeing how it goes. Getting acclimated back out there and everything, and seeing how my neck responds to gaining more volume. So
I was talking about how like the standard within this team is like you working to get back, or like Grove being there for Kenny and
mm-hmm.
All the vets there. Just what does that standard mean to you, and how did that kind of motivate you?
No, yeah, obviously when guys go down, just never flinching and just being able to be there for one another that's out there playing. You know what I'm saying? Always, there was times even last year. You know what I mean? When I went down on IR, Z was like, man, I'm gonna do. He was like, Defo, I got your back. I'm gonna do all I can to get these, get the guys going, and and hold the fort till you get back. Just little things like that, and just like I said, never flinching, and that's what the guys been able to do, and that's what they've been trying to do since I've been gone, and I can only appreciate everything that they do out there. They fight their tails off, every Sunday, and are the results that we want. The results lately. Have they been what we wanted? No, but I know the guys are continuing to go in there day in and day out and busting their tails.
You're on the other side of the locker room, but your reaction when you walked in the room and Phil's there?
This is, for one, this is where we're at as a team. You know what I mean? The quarterback situation. With the injuries, and I feel terrible for Daniel, and because he was able to come here and win the starting job and really resurrect his career. Playing at a high level, and it get cut short like that. It's devastating, and we all know the competitor and the warrior he is. Playing with a broken fibula for the past couple of weeks, fighting through that. That's a leader if I've ever seen one. You know what I mean? To bring Phil back, I know the competitor, the leader he is, the energy he brings to the building. I know he knows the scheme. I know he'll be able to put the offense in the right positions and things like that. And, I'm excited to have him back. I was, when we officially signed him, I sent him a text. And, seeing him the next morning, it was like I was back in 2020 all over again. He was my first quarterback here.
You mentioned the energy he brings. Did you sense it when you walked in yourself?
Oh, yeah. No, for sure. That's just the guy, the person he is. You know what I mean? Not forget the football player. Just the person he is. That's the type of, the energy and the positivity that he brings, in any room he walks into. So I know the guys are fired up.
How did you find that? 44?
44? I mean, me personally, no. I mean, if there's one guy can do it, it's Phillip Rivers.
Can you imagine sitting out for 5 years and then coming back? I mean, that's got to be.
Yeah, like I said before, I'll probably be golfing somewhere.
How did you find the stem cell treatment? Like last year. It was last year, right? Was that
Yeah, last year was the first time I went. Well, I mean, I've had former teammates. You know, a lot of my former teammates from the Niners. They've been going for the past couple of, I mean, for years. And you know, they talked about it, mentioned it, and I was always kind of skeptical about it. But yeah, last year, you know, Chris was talking about it and everything. And you know, when I got hurt last year, I was like, well, it looks like I'm gonna try out Panama and, you know, go do the stem cell thing. And you know, he was all for it. And when I went there, I mean, it was definitely one of those things that I wish I started doing early on.
I think it was a week or two before you went down with your injury. You talked to us on a Thursday and got a little introspective about, like, big picture about your career and how your time on IR last year just made you wonder how much longer you wanted to be doing this or the difficulties of going through those processes. How did this time on IR, these 4 weeks, you know, what, like, big picture thinking did you think, or how did it affect you looking at your, you know, how much longer you might want to do this long term?
Yeah. Honestly, like, missing the games and everything, I mean, it just gave me a reassurance how much I love the game, you know what I mean? And how much I want to be out there and make a difference for, you know, for our team and be out there with my guys. And, you know, how much, you know, love for the game I still have. And, you know, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I'm in year 10. I'm on, like, the tail end of my career. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, God willing, how many snaps I'll have left. You know what I'm saying? And I just got to appreciate all the ones I have. And, yeah, I mean, I'm in a spot where, I mean, I'm going to go, you know, as long as physically and mentally I'm in it, and I still am. So, yeah, I'm going to go until, you know, I have no regrets. And when I retire, I want to be able to be like, you know, I gave it everything I had, and you know, my cup is full. So.
Thanks, Buck.
Yep.